Start your engines and get ready to watch the best racing around. Fox 13 is the home of the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. Plus, we'll kick off the IndyCar season on the streets of St. Pete with the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. NASCAR and IndyCar, all right here on Fox 13.
I'm Charlie Belcher. I grew up and went to school in the Hudson and Bayonet Point area. I know stories that affect the Bay Area are important to you. So count on us to keep you informed about everything happening in Fox 13 country.
Get your day started the right way with Good Day Tampa Bay.
Right now at 4, an urgent warning from the nation's top doctors. Some children and adults suffering from severe complications after undergoing anesthesia. The common link between the cases.
Plus, unimaginable pain for a St. Pete family. A teenager discovers her 4-year-old brother dead in their home, and police say their mother may be responsible.
And new water restrictions for the Bay Area, when you'll be able to water your lawn and how much water you'll be allowed to use. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Good Day Tampa Bay at 4:30. I'm Elise Zwick.
I'm Matthew McClellan, and for Jen Epstein, we're going to get over to Dave Osterberg with a look at your Wednesday morning forecast. Dave, everybody's asking how much longer do we have to deal with these cool temps, these chilly temps?
No, forget about that for a second. Let's go back. Go back for a second. You two this morning. How you doing?
Hey, Dave.
I got the text at 2:30 a.m. Hey, Matt, can you do 4 o'clock? I said, absolutely.
Absolutely. To get to work with Elise coming off the big cruise.
And a belated happy birthday to Elise.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. I missed you.
Okay. Now all the pleasantries are done. Now we can tell people how cold it is. Wow. It's 27 in Crystal River. My goodness. Same for Brooksville. Okay. Tampa says 40. Let me tell you something, okay? I live maybe 15 minutes north. I got in my car. It was 36 today, and I had ice on my windshield. So understand that 40 is at the airport, but we don't live there. It's 34 in Brandon, 34 in Lakeland, 35 in Wesley Chapel, and it's only 4 o'clock. Temperatures will continue to fall. Throw in a little bit of wind that we have this morning. All of a sudden, wind chills are in the mid-20s for Brooksville. 32 is what it feels like in Tampa. And Bartow and Lakeland, it feels like 28. To answer Matt's question of how long this is going to last, we got several more days of this. We get a little reprieve on Friday, but then another front knocks it right back down again over the weekend. So lots of sunshine today. We'll need every drop of it as we get back to the upper 50s to right around 60 degrees, but a very cold morning with these freeze warnings out and these cold weather advisories, and same for tomorrow morning as well. We'll have more on that and this weekend cold snap in just a few minutes, okay?
All right, Dave, thank you. Well, developing this morning, the nation's leading doctors say there are cases of patients having catastrophic outcomes after undergoing routine surgeries with general anesthesia.
Yeah, the common link between the cases, their family heritage. Fox 13's Kelly Cowan is live to explain. Hey, Kelly.
Good morning to you. Yeah, these are cases that are popping up all over the world, and it's raised a lot of eyebrows, but so too are the questions that are being asked by some parents of pediatric patients as well as patients themselves right now. So right now, physicians across the world are sounding the alarm on this issue. They're working to gather more information about suspected cases. This has only really come about in the last few months, but the American Society of Anesthesiologists and the Society for Pediatric Anesthesia have issued a joint communication on the risk to young patients, and it comes at a time in the U.S. and abroad where tensions about geopolitical and domestic immigration policies are especially fraught, and it has led to some backlash when people are being asked this question during screening before any procedures. They're being asked to divulge information about specific genetic background, and of course that has raised a lot of eyebrows, to say the least. Some wondering how that information, that data, could be divulged or used. Johns Hopkins All Children's tells me that this information is privileged information, meaning it is protected by confidentiality laws, and they are assuring me that parents are not being asked about immigration status here. But it is important that they know this, whether or not your child or you yourself has this particular link, whether you might be at risk of this adverse reaction when undergoing a procedure. There are alternative forms of anesthesia that they can use. So this is a really important screening question that's being asked in a lot of hospital settings right now.
Yeah, those privacy concerns, Kelly, especially striking to something that everybody should at least be aware of. Kelly, we'll talk to you next hour. Thank you.
Okay. Well, this morning we're following a developing story out of St. Pete, where police are investigating the brutal death of a 4-year-old boy at his home. Police say the preliminary evidence shows the mother stabbed him. Police tell us a 16-year-old girl came home from school around 3:30 p.m. yesterday to find her 4-year-old brother, Finley Cullum, stabbed to death in a bedroom. Her mother, also suffering from knife wounds, was taken to the hospital. Investigators say the knife and note were found at the scene. They could not say exactly what was in the note, but they do believe the mom wrote it. Police say they had to notify the father, who was not home at the time. There's no history of police calls to this address, and they do not know about the mom's mental health status and history. Police were going door to door talking to neighbors, and one neighbor told us she often saw the mother and little boy outside walking their dog in the morning.
I can't.
No,
I cannot.
can't wrap my brain
I cannot
around
even.
anything
I
like
cannot
that.
imagine something like that to happen to little ones, to anyone. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. I'm just shocked.
A lot of these officers, they have kids, and then you have the 16-year-old that's coming home from school and finding her brother and her mother, and then you're just having the father come here. So right now in the neighborhood, so everybody's heart is heavy.
The mother was taken to the hospital where she's in stable condition, and police say they are providing resources for the 16-year-old girl and the officers and firefighters who responded to the scene.
It's 4:07 on this Wednesday, and this morning friends of 18-year-old Elias Vargas are describing the final moments before he disappeared in rough water off Honeymoon Island. The kayaker's body found Tuesday on Clearwater Beach. He disappeared a week ago while with friends off Honeymoon Island. One friend says the group was kayaking as the sun went down when strong currents and rogue waves started overturning their kayaks. He says one kayak sank first, then another, with waves flooding the compartments where the life jackets were stored. And then as darkness fell, Vargas and his friend Savannah Ozer were left in the water with no kayaks. The friend says the two were eventually separated by a wave, Ozer telling Vargas to go get help once he reached shore. Ozer spent more than an hour treading water in that cold, those dangerous conditions before a fire rescue boat found her near the Honeymoon Island Causeway. Search crews looked for Vargas for days, and investigators say his death does not appear suspicious. All right, still out here on Good Day. The cold temperatures may be uncomfortable for us, but they can be dangerous for tropical fish at local fish farms.
And what they're doing to protect them. Plus,
our economy is booming, incomes are rising, investment is soaring, inflation has been defeated.
President Donald Trump touting his accomplishments, but his latest immigration approval rating tells another story, how it could impact the upcoming midterm elections coming up.
On Dinner Diaz, indulgence means portion control as we make the perfect pumpkin Oreo s'mores cupcakes.
Today at 1 on Fox 13. You're watching Good Day Tampa Bay.
Before 13 is the time, and a new report is shedding light about the federal response to the shooting of Alex Preddy in Minnesota.
In a report to Congress, the Department of Homeland Security says 2 officers fired their guns during the shooting. Customs and Border Protection's initial investigation says an officer yelled, "He's got a gun," multiple times before the 2 officers fired their weapons. Video of the encounter, we've all seen it. It shows what is believed to be agents disarming Preddy before the shooting happened. Well, now some lawmakers are calling for the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem to resign, accusing her of destroying public confidence in DHS. But President Trump says Noem will not be stepping down, and an investigation is now underway into the shooting. Neither ICE agent involved in the shooting has been identified as of this morning.
Well, it was all hands on deck in Colorado to rescue an animal. This bighorn sheep fell into an icy river on Monday. Look, wildlife managers saw her and quickly raced out to save her. The 2 were able to grab her legs and pull her free from the ice. Oh my gosh, look.
There she goes.
This morning she was healthy and reunited with her herd back in the wild.
You know, we have our only in Florida stories. This is like an only in Colorado,
Yeah.
maybe only in Montana.
Yeah.
Can I say I'm a little surprised from the video that they were grabbing her by the front legs and not by the horns, right?
I don't know how you grab a
I don't know how you
sheep
do
like
it
that,
either,
so-
but they say you got to grab the bull by the horns. I don't know why the mountain goat would be any different.
That's
right?
true, but it's a sheep, though.
She's a sheep, but she's a horned sheep.
I don't know.
I'm just
I don't
back
know.
and
I probably
forth,
would have
like,
just grabbed the
I
horse.
just can't believe it didn't stop and say thank you. It just
Thank
took
you.
off.
She's like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Right.
Thank you. Have a nice day. I'm gone.
It's always
That's
sad
funny,
when you
Dave.
see that happening, whether it's a deer or a dog or a sheep or whatever. So,
but a positive outcome.
positive outcome. There you go. That's it. Oh, look at the positivity. Well, I don't have much positivity with these temperatures this morning. I'm trying. Okay, so we got the freeze warnings out for this morning. All those areas shaded in purple and the cold weather advisories. Also, tomorrow morning, same freeze warnings with the exception of interior Manatee and Sarasota. Everybody else, this map looks exactly the same for tomorrow morning. Look at these numbers this morning. Cold air, just keep on draining in. That's what it's doing, right? 28 degrees in Crystal River, 27 in Brooksville. Mid-30s for Lakeland, right around the freezing mark or close to for Brandon. Lower 40s for Bradenton and Sarasota. And Tampa sitting right at 40. I promise you, it feels a lot colder than that 40 degrees in Tampa, though. 20s once again from Panama City to Tallahassee to Gainesville. Wow, it's a chilly, chilly morning around. And, you know, winds, they're not bad. They're about, say, 5 to 10 mile per hour winds coming in out of the north. Just enough to bring in that wind chill, make it feel just a few degrees cooler than the actual temperature. So, for instance, Sarasota, you were around 40, but it feels like 33. Tampa is sitting at 40, but it feels like 32. And the current wind chill in Orlando sitting at about 29. A couple of high clouds may filter in throughout the day today, but other than that, it's just going to be another unseasonably cool day with our temperatures today going back into the upper 50s. So we may warm to the mid to upper 60s by the end of the week, which is great, but then a storm system is going to develop this weekend off the eastern seaboard, and that is going to reinforce all this cold air. It's going to drain it right back down again, and the stronger this low becomes, and it's going to be a big storm, the more cold air continues to pour in. And that unfortunately means for us, the freezers are coming right back again for this upcoming weekend as well. So sunny today, but the chill continues with a high in the upper 50s. We've got 38 degrees tonight, clear and cold. That freeze warning east and north. And then more sunshine, and a little bit milder tomorrow. I mean, we may get up into the mid-60s. It'll feel like a picnic out there tomorrow afternoon. North winds at 10 to 15 knots, yielding 2 to 3 foot seas. It will be choppy on the coastal waters. The water temperature obviously falling now. It's at 59 degrees, the water temperature is. So Friday's high will be the warmest at 68. Then early on Saturday, front comes through with some showers. For the Gasparilla Parade, you're going to be dropping temperatures into the 40s, and the majority of us are going to wake up around freezing with wind chills in the teens and 20s come Sunday morning. Yeah.
So maybe you're saying we're going to be like,
on.
we'll be like winter pirates. Pirates with a heavy coat and some gloves.
Absolutely.
That's like the least pirate thing I've ever heard. It's not very,
I'm
tough.
sure there were pirates, you know.
It can be cold.
The pirates were cold.
In the high seas?
Pirates with earmuffs, Dave.
Yeah.
Pirates
We're gonna
with
see 'em.
earmuffs.
Thank you, Dave. Well, still ahead, a disease commonly found in cats is now challenging what scientists thought they knew about coronavirus.
Yeah, we'll explain how a new feline study could help humans. That story's next. Stick around. Welcome back. 22 past the top of the hour, and in our health headlines, a new study is looking into a virus found in cats and how it could help answer some questions about similar conditions in humans, including long COVID.
Fox's Juliet Smith spoke with researchers about their findings, so far. Take a look.
Juliet Smith with that report. Ahead for us in entertainment, an 80s classic getting a sequel.
And a Marvel hero steps back into the fight. The headlines in Hollywood when we come back. Love that. Well, welcome back in entertainment. Dirty Dancing 2 is a go after almost 40 years.
Yeah, we've got a first look now at season 2 of Daredevil, Born Again. Fox's Ashley Dvorkin has the latest from Hollywood.
Well, ahead in our next half hour, looking for a new gig? Well, Tampa International Airport may just have the job for you.
Yeah, the mega hiring event happening today. Don't go far.
You're watching Good Day Tampa Bay.
Good morning and welcome to Good Day Tampa Bay on this Wednesday. We were like, where do we do that?
Where do we do this?
Yeah.
I'm Elise Wick.
I'm Matthew McClellan.
Dave, did we do it?
Walter's going to be
Fantastic.
at 6. Dave-O, what's going on?
How are you? Boy, I tell you, it's getting out there and getting that car warmed up this morning. I was like, oh boy, goodness. We have sub-freezing temperatures all over the place again this morning. All the way down to Arcadia's at 31, Wauchula 32. I got Brandon right at 33, 27 in Brooksville, and 28 in Crystal River. Now, there's just enough wind to make it annoying and to throw a little extra chill in there for you. So you got wind chills, for instance, in Tampa, where we have technically a 40-degree temperature at the airport. It's 32 with the wind chill. Bundle up, folks. It's going to be another day where we struggle, even with some sunshine, to get back into the upper 50s for high temps this afternoon. Okay?
Thank you. All right, Dave, thank you. Well, something we're not used to seeing here in the Bay Area, freeze warning messages from FDOT, warning drivers about possible icy conditions on the roadways. Well, we spotted this sign on 75 and MLK, and so far we don't have any reports of ice-related crashes, but please be safe out there. On a separate note, there's a traffic alert tonight for 275 southbound lanes towards the Howard Franklin Bridge. They will be closing starting at 11 p.m. Crews will be finalizing the installation of the overhead signage as part of the new 275 project. Drivers will see a detour off of the highway using State Road 60 at exit 39. Those southbound lanes are expected to reopen tomorrow morning at 5, and I will keep you updated with that.
And staff at Manatee County Animal Welfare Division, they're hard at work trying to keep their shelter pets warm this week, but they do need some help, and that is where you come in. The Palmetto Shelter is asking for donations. Fox 13's Heather Healy is live at the Fox 13 newsroom to talk about what they need and how we know pets struggle in the cold. Just like us, we always say, if you're cold, they're cold, bring them inside.
Exactly. That's exactly what you should live by. And we've been talking about the cold snap here and in the area. And an important thing to think about as we're trying to stay warm, our animals and pets are trying to do the same. And Michael says if you have any blankets to donate, do not leave them outdoors or in your car because they use those blankets for the indoor kennels, and blankets can absorb water and they can actually freeze, making them colder in this weather. So we want to keep our furry friends as warm as possible. I didn't think about leaving those blankets in the car. I didn't think it was that any big of a deal, but now that I think about it, it'll really absorb that moisture and it'll make it colder than it actually is. So make sure that you keep them dry, and as you're taking them to the shelter, just don't leave them in your car. Get them from the house to the shelter as quickly as possible.
That's right, Heather. I was really interested with the heated water bowls. I've never heard of that. I think Batman would enjoy that. So all right, thanks, Heather Healy, reporting for us live in the newsroom.
25 minutes to the top of the hour, and meanwhile, the Northeast bracing for a possible second snowstorm. The warning coming just days after that massive winter storm impacted 230 million Americans. Extreme cold temperatures are responsible for at least 34 winter storm-related deaths in 14 states across the U.S. In Boston, the city getting its 8th largest snowfall in recorded history with more than 23 inches at Boston Logan Airport. More than 470,000 people still without power across the U.S. as these frigid temps are set to continue through the end of the week at least. And it's not just humans and cats and dogs that are vulnerable to the drop in temperatures. It's also causing some concern for tropical fish breeders. Fox 13's Blake Devine stopped by a fish farm in Riverview that's on high alert with this winter weather.
Well, today in Tallahassee, dozens of Moffitt Cancer Center advocates will meet with lawmakers. Volunteers, patients, caregivers, physicians, and researchers will arrive at the Capitol building for Moffitt Day. They'll advocate for ongoing state funding for the Tampa-based Cancer Center, and they are expected to arrive at the Capitol at 10:45. Well, coming up in business, a popular baby product is under recall this morning. We've got the details straight ahead.
Plus, Google could owe you some money. Details on the $68 million settlement over spying allegations. And ahead at 5, more people use sleep trackers to keep track of their Z's. But do you know how to interpret the data? A look at how to decode your sleep later at 5.
Well, welcome back. In your business headlines, stock futures are higher, and today traders will watch for the Federal Reserve's interest rate decision and earning reports from major tech companies like Microsoft, Meta Platforms, and Tesla. Meanwhile, it was a mixed bag on Wall Street Tuesday as traders await big tech earnings and the Fed's first rate decision of the year. While the Dow lost 408 points, the Nasdaq gained 215, and the S&P climbed 28, reaching a new record. Well, listen up. Your next job could be at the Tampa International Airport. TPA is hosting its hiring day today. The airport is looking to fill more than 200 positions ahead of spring break, the busiest travel period of the year. Companies will be looking to hire in multiple areas, including aviation maintenance, parking, food service, and retail. There will be on-site interviews and some hires right on the spot. TPA's hiring day goes from 9 till noon in the main terminal event space between airsides E and F. Is that by Phoebe?
It's all by Phoebe.
Oh, okay, right.
Phoebe's so huge. Phoebe's everywhere, you know?
Takes it all.
She does.
Phoebe's everywhere.
Well, a stunning announcement now from Yale University. The elite school says it will eliminate tuition costs for families earning less than $200,000 a year. Wow. Yeah. I'm blown away. It's an effort to tackle college affordability concerns. The university will also cover all attendance expenses for families earning under $100,000 annually. The total cost for Yale, including room, board, and fees, is estimated to be over $90,000 a year.
Why?
Well,
What the Yale? What the Yale?
Matt.
What?
Yeah, wild. People are laying down the cash, though, on who they think will win Super Bowl 60. In fact, we have our first $1 million bet. Someone is wagering $1.1 million on the Pats to win outright. And since the Pats are the underdogs, the gambler will take home just about $2.1 million if they do win. It's the first 7-figure wager on the big game, but that likely won't be the last.
I mean, could we see multi-million-dollar bets on the Super Bowl?
Wow. Oh, yeah.
I mean, some guys and girls.
Oh, yeah.
If you got it, right? If you got it, go play, I guess. Did you guys see, and maybe we reported on this last week before this winter storm, but people on like Polymarket and Kalshi were placing bets on snow totals?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
people are betting on everything.
That's fun.
Yep. I saw that.
I was on a cruise ignoring everything.
I know.
Wasn't that
I was
nice?
like, oh, everyone's getting snowed in. That's sad.
But you know, even
The
here,
river's freezing.
even if
It's fine.
we weren't on a cruise, we still got to be the lucky ones in the U.S.
Yes,
Everybody
yes.
wished that they were
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
We were like the envy of the U.S. and even with our colder temps, we still kind of are.
And I saw a map that had everything red and then Florida.
You know, it was the 80s last weekend.
Yeah.
So for the Children's Parade, it was in the 80s.
Wow.
For the big boys and girls parade this weekend, it's going to be in the 40s.
Oof.
So with the R's, there's going to be some birds.
There's 446. That's like, look at he's on point today,
I know,
isn't
he's
he?
ready. I'm still waking up.
I'm only 2 cups of coffee in.
And this is your Monday,
There's
right?
more to come.
This is Monday, folks. We got 5 days of this. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about the freeze warnings. They're out again, and they're out again for tomorrow. The only exception in tomorrow's freeze warning, I didn't want to make a completely different map, but Interior, Manatee, and Sarasota, you're not in the freeze warning tomorrow morning. Everybody else, this map holds true this morning and tomorrow morning as well with the cold weather advisories and the freeze warnings. You look and it's 41 in Westchase. Okay, cold, not terrible. 39 in the Palm Harbor area. Let's go north. I got 20s there. We do have Brooksville at 27. Crystal River at about 28 degrees. Notice Dade City is right around the freezing mark. So is the Bushnell area. They're at 30. Let's go south. We're at 35 sneaking in Venice this morning. Northport is below freezing at 31. Also below freezing, I have Arcadia and Wauchula. And Lakeland, you are in the mid-30s. That is one aspect of our cold. Now, we also have a little bit of wind this morning. Now, it's not terrible, but I do notice some winds, double-digit winds here, 13-mile-per-hour winds over in the Clearwater area. So when you throw just even a 10-mile-per-hour wind into this type of atmosphere, it does make it feel colder. So the wind chill makes it feel just a few degrees colder. So, for instance, Tampa, 40 degrees, feels like 32. Lakeland, mid-30s, feels like 28. Bundle up, folks. Got a little thin ribbon of clouds to flow through. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies today, but it will be an honest-to-goodness struggle to get these temperatures back into the upper 50s. Now, by the end of the week, we'll be in the upper 60s. One day on Friday, and then here comes your next front, and this is going to come through Saturday morning. We're going to get a line of showers, and then behind it, the cold and extreme cold is going to drain right back in. So if you are headed to the parade, keep in mind, we're going to start the day in the 50s, fall back into the 40s, and just about everybody wakes up around freezing or below come Sunday morning and Monday morning. The big problem this weekend is going to be this cold goes all the way down into South Florida, and now you're going to start to have a problem with a lot of these crops, and these farmers are going to have a very difficult weekend handling this cold weather, unfortunately. Today up around 59 degrees for you with mostly sunny skies. I got clear cold tonight. The freeze warnings are back east and north. Tampa about 38. And then for your Thursday, hey, a little bit milder with a high temperature of 64 degrees. I might throw the short pants on Friday for 68. However, quickly things change over the weekend. That 55 will be early on Saturday, dropping in the afternoon. I got 32 on Sunday, and I'm getting ready to switch Monday's temperature back to 32 as well. Point is, very cold air lasts with us through the beginning of next week.
Thanks. 10 minutes to 5, and in sports this morning, Bucs new offensive coordinator Zach Robinson says his offense will be known for always being in attack mode. Hopefully this Zach attack offense does deliver. At his introduction on Tuesday, Robinson saying he's very familiar with the playmakers in the Bucs offense. He singled out guys like Tristan Wirfs, Bucky Irving, all the receivers, and of course Baker Mayfield. Okay, still ahead, no snowplow? No problem for this New York family. How they're using a mattress to clear their own path through all that snow up there. Also, a Gibbon celebrating her golden birthday, turning 26 on the 26th. So the zoo got to throw the biggest bash for her and her friends. Watch them party and feast on fruits. That story next.
For a chance to win 2 tickets to see the Great American Race, the Daytona 500, just go to fox13news.com and click on the contest link to enter. Then don't forget to watch the Daytona 500 on February 15th, right here on Fox 13.
Welcome back. 4:54 is the time, and here's a look at the top trending stories overnight. There's a lot of snow on the ground in other northern states, as we know.
Yeah, and one family not waiting for the snowplows to arrive, so they make their own snowplow using a mattress of all things. This is in New York, and you see the family has tied the mattress to the back of their car, dragging it down their driveway to clear a path, but not before somebody decided they wanted to hitch a ride. Tucker. You see Tucker? That's the family's dog. He decided to oversee the operations and to dog sled down the driveway on the comfy mattress. I know a dog named Tex at my house who would 1,000% be doing this. And trying to get him off that sled wouldn't happen.
I'm a little worried about that car, though, getting stuck. That could be an issue.
That's true.
Right?
I think it's a pickup, though. It looks like it's got some good tires on it. Yeah, or maybe it's an SUV.
Yeah.
Either way. Best of luck to them in New York from Florida. Regards.
Sending you all the support. Well, this cute animal had a splendid time with the recent snowfall. Ow! It probably helps that this little guy had some snacks waiting on him. This red panda at the Philly Zoo received some fresh powder in a bowl. Oh, packed with apples. Cute. The zoo says Coombi is the world's best at bobbing for apples, even in the snow. He is so cute. The zoo also gave a shout out to the wonderful staff who keep their animals safe, even through a snowstorm.
Did I just decide that the next animal I have to meet is a red panda?
A red panda. Well, you already love
Cappies.
Raccoons.
And raccoons.
Yeah,
this is aspirational. Red panda, I'm coming for you. Okay, one Gibbon celebrating her 26th birthday in golden style. Her name is Hattie. She lives at the Phoenix Zoo, getting treated to presents and toys and treats, of course, from her family at the zoo. Hattie munched down on her birthday feast, and the zoo says the cake was made from primate biscuits, topped with yogurt. This is nutritious. Cooked ham, now we're getting kind of crazy. Yellow squash, pineapple, and every other yellow vegetable. Why do you think yellow?
I don't know.
Oh, golden. It's a golden birthday. Yellow, golden.
Well, was her birthday yesterday? Because if so, then we share a birthday.
She was the 26th. You're in the 27th. She beat you by one day. Happy birthday to the Gibbon and to you, Elise.
Thank you,
We're going to be back after a quick break. It's 4:56.
See for yourself why the food, fun, and entertainment are still growing at the 2026 Florida Strawberry Festival. For a chance to win 4 tickets to your choice of one of the top concerts, just go to fox13news.com and click on the contest link to enter.